Good evening and welcome to our coverage from Old Trafford. You join us for this 2020 match between Hyderabad and the Lions. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me for this exciting contest is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy and the irrepressible David Gower.
Thanks, Athers. We're almost ready to get underway. I had an opportunity earlier to get down and check out the conditions for the day. And I think with this surface there's a little bit there for batters and bowlers alike. The ground staff have done a brilliant job. I'm really interested to see which way the captains go when the coin is tossed. Beautiful clear conditions and not a chance of rain.
Wonderful insight there from David Gower. It's time for the toss. Let's join them pitch side to see who'll be batting first.
Not sure what's running through the captain's minds here. This pitch will only get easier to bat on, so why bat now? The bowlers could have a field day.
Here we go. First ball of the match, nothing better than getting a game started and hearing the sound of leather on willow.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Yep. There'll be runs here. Quick onto that in the infield.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Rawlings is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. Yep. Great shot. At least one on offer. Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game and will want to show everyone their strength.
Yes. No!
Floated that one up, hit well, but couldn't beat the field.
Yep. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Tector shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yeah.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Content just to knock it around that over. 2 added to the total. Hyderabad are 1 for 2. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the southern end.
Yes.
Paris ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps.
Yep.
Nice solid defensive shot.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yes.
Absolutely nailed it.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Times it nicely.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Tector is really starting to get on top of this bowling. May need a few changes to halt this momentum. Super shot.
Avoided the fielders, 1 bounce and 4. Fantastic shot.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Misses everything.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Willie from the northern end. Drives and misses everything.
Just need to settle down. The timing's all off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Just got to keep a cool head.
Yep.
Got right in behind it. There'll be 1 run here for them. Beaten on the drive.
Tector shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it.
Nice one.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line. Threw the hands at it. Got nothing on the ball.
Lovely.
A big swing and a miss. Completely deceived by the lack of pace on that delivery.
Got that away nicely.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Yep.
High in the air. This should be an easy chance. Out. Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. Great shot.
It was in the gap, pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yes.
They'll get at least 1.
No.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Overton gets off the mark. I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Yes.
Solid defence, very compact. The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building.
Yeah. Yep.
Bit of a change up in the field now.
Yeah.
Edge! What a ball! Couldn't get it through the field. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yep.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
If that had been thrown to the other end, I think you'd be looking at another wicket for sure. Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Nice one.
Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Yes.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Wait.
Overton will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Bowler.
A couple on offer here.
Yep.
Time that perfectly.
Bowler's in.
End of the over. Time for a little bit more freedom in the field. And with that, 5 fielders can now be put outside the circle. Going with spin now.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Great bowling, really hitting their straps.
Good bit of timing there.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Finch, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep.
Strong appeal. I'm not sure they'll get any joy from the umpire. Dives and takes a nice catch.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like it would be moving to a big score, but it's not to be.
Ward comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today. Bowler is confident on this one. Tough call either way. Might be worth risking a review if they're right.
Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. The decision will stand by the narrowest of margins. How close is that? Could be the wicket.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
No.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just... too risky. Some adjustments to the field.
Yep.
Edged. There's no one there. Could go down to the boundary.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Yep.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more. A few moves made in the field.
Yep.
Right out of the middle.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Yes. Keeper. Yeah.
Big appeal.
Captain's going to change things around in the field.
Catch him!
Gone! Excellent catch, close to the bat.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you expect from someone of this skill level.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Yeah. No!
Finds the fielder with that shot.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely. Just too early on the shot and couldn't find the gap.
Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
And that brings up a half century for this batsman.
That's a really good half century. Ensured that the run rate has been maintained. Now they'll be looking to double it.
Wait on.
Out!
Yeah!
What a catch!
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket. And a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yeah.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Hola!
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Wait there.
Straight to the fielder.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
End of the over. Hyderabad are 5 for 79. Wood, the left armer, is coming on to bowl from the southern end.
Yep.
Super shot that.
Good return there, back from the deep. Immediately underway with some runs.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Captain!
That's off the middle of the bat.
Wait.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Edge. Amazing delivery. The Lions having a good chat. Don't know if it's worth using a review on it, though. It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand.
Going down leg, and that's not out.
Right off the middle of the bat.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Wood doing really well to keep the pressure on these two. Another good over of bowling.
Yes.
Edge. Unplayable.
Hey, Bob.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. There'll be runs here. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
Bowler. Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think. Strong appeal. That's mistimed. It's gone high. Should be gone. Great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and takes a good catch.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. There'll be one run here for them. Bairstow ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps.
Yes.
Nicely played.
Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat and got it into the gap and all the way to the rope.
Yes. Keeper.
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close though.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Go.
That was some good running. Thought about a third, but I think rightly they chose against it.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. Still searching for what would be a thoroughly deserved fifer. They bowled brilliantly in this innings. Loud shout.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Chance to run two.
Keeper.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Now then, was there a feint edge? So they do indeed signal for the review. Just feel it's a little bit foolish, seemed out to me. What great reactions. Brilliant catch close in. No change to the decision, and the review is lost. They thought there were two noises.
Please make it welcome.
Big shout.
They've got to go without scoring. This is a real purple patch for the bowler. They've got one of the main batters out, LBW.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Gabriel, whose first task is getting themselves settled. Nicked it! Huge appeal.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yes.
Brilliant. A reverse sweep, a switch hit for 4.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's absolutely no point in chasing that.
Waiting.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yes. Keeper.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Beaten on the drive.
Wood with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Solid defence, very compact.
Right over the top of it, nicely smothering the spin there.
Wait on.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Finch, the left-arm orthodox bowler, is coming into the attack from the northern end. Middle that one, great timing.
Went downtown and did it very well.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Waiting.
Didn't hit that well, very late in playing the shot.
Edged. A massive appeal. Certainly looks close, maybe a bit of bat.
Wait on.
Bairstow will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Yep.
Massive chance. Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
Yep. No.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call made in the end.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game. Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Catch!
A real beauty. Just times it so well. I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Oh dear, played on. A hint of misfortune, and that is out. They've been bundled out for not many at all. The bowlers have done their job, just need the batting to finish it off. The openers will be keen to knock off these runs quickly. Not a huge total to chase down. The bowlers will need to make early inroads if they're to make it interesting.
Going with a more aggressive field choice.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield. Trouble. Oh, gone.
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled. Misses everything.
Oh yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
Right out of the middle.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
well placed, should get a single. A beauty, brilliant catch.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds, and you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Guptill will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
Great work behind the stumps, save some runs with that dive.
Really playing all their shots that over, really expensive. Parris, the left-arm medium fast bowler, is coming into the attack from the northern end. The right armour is coming into the attack from the northern end.
Yep. No.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end. Davies shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary. Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Edged it. They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. And gone straight to the keeper.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Some changes made to the field here, going more aggressive.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
Really just seemed to have put that one into the slot with the first ball to the new batter. All the same, it's a glorious shot for your first ball.
Over. The Lions are 3 for 20. Gabriel from the southern end. Gone! Not a great shot to start the over.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on. What a shot. First ball, smashed it.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yes.
Got right in behind it.
Well, that could have ended horribly, but very good. Fast running between the stumps gets them home.
Nice, solid defensive shot.
A well-executed slower ball. They had to check the shot and could only push it away defensively.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Well, that was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary. Great work behind the stumps. Saved some runs with that dive.
This could be trouble.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Absolutely nailed it.
That showed great skill, lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Gabriel getting a wicket in that over, really great bowling. There wasn't much on offer to the batters.
These two batters will have a lot of opportunities to score as the field comes in.
Edge! Amazing delivery. And gone. Brilliant catch.
After all that effort, they just couldn't manage to go onto the 100. They'll feel like they've missed out here.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. McAndrew takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries. Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Straight to the fielder.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
In the air. Yep. Looks to be landing safely. A couple on offer here.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep. Edge. Unplayable. Good pickup, big chance. End of the over. The Lions are 5 for 45. The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the southern end. They'll get at least one.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Yep. Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
You never really want to chance that arm going for a third. Did well there.
Yep. Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
He was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? Yep. There'll be runs here. Finds the fielder with that shot. Edge. What a ball. Yep. Could be gone if only they had hit.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Hey. Yep.
Could be close.
Yep.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
That sees the completion of the over. A good one too. Not many opportunities to score.
Hey. Bowling.
Just need to settle down. The timing is off. These deliveries are there to be hit, but it's a time for cool heads.
Yep. Finds the edge. This could be out. Bowler is confident on this one. Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
Nicely played.
You give that much width and you're asking for trouble. That was so well timed and flew over the boundary.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
I'd say that was the right call to not run again. There's some strong arms out there in the field.
Yep. Couldn't get it through the field. Needs a direct hit.
Some width on offer, but didn't throw the bat at it and just made sure of the cut shot.
Yep.
There's trouble here.
That's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
The end of another over. This time, though, some more fielding changes are coming as the power play finishes. Hyderabad can now have 5 fielders outside the circle. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Taking a bit of a risk here with a more aggressive field. The captain going with an aggressive field.
Nicked it. Confident appeal. Could it be? Caught first ball of the new over. What a disappointment.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Perfect technique and placement.
That was a beautiful shot. Rocks onto the back foot, stabs the ball away. The fielders had no chance.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Deceived by the drift, beaten by the spin. It's as simple as that, really.
Nice shot, runs possible. Solid defence, very compact. There'll be one run here for them.
Negated the spin well then. Got nicely on top of the bounce.
Edged. Big shout. And caught. That's just superb.
Another one, 8 wickets gone. You feel it's just a matter of time now. A few decent deliveries could see the end.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait, though, to face their first ball. Allen, the spinner, coming into the attack. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the northern end.
Surely that's got to be called a wide. It's completely out of reach.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Hasnain ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple. Misses. That's so close to a run out. Really should have been hit from there.
Hasnain gets off the mark.
well placed, should get a single.
Yep.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Monroe ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket.
A few moves made in the field.
Timed that brilliantly.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe. Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
Digs out the Yorker.
Just slowing things down. Nothing too risky on that delivery. Just keeping the bowler honest. Well, there was a moment of hesitation, a few calls of yes and no. In the end, no damage done. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Misses everything.
Right on top of the spin. Keeps it out well.
Bowling.
End of the over, 10 runs coming from it. The Lions are 8 for 89. Monroe from the northern end. Gabriel coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Yep. No! Yep, yep.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
quick onto that in the infield. Needs to be on target.
Just a little bit wide. Well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Beaten on the drive.
Yep. No.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Yep. No.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Yep.
Edged it. Strong appeal.
No.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the southern end. Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. That's poor play.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Bowling. Yep. No. Yep. No.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Bowling.
That was strong running. They did think about the third, but I think in the end rightly held off.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Bowling.
A couple on offer here. 4 runs added in that over. The Lions are 8 for 100. Paris, a left-arm pace bowler, is coming into the attack from the northern end.
Good ball.
Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
Yep.
Nicely fielded on the boundary.
Paris with a superb delivery. Got them coming forward, looking to drive, but can't manage to catch the edge.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Punched out of the middle of the bat with great timing. It's raced to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Sensible decision in the end not to take that run.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. The over comes to an end. And not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game. Rawlings with the ball in hand again. Got right in behind it.
Right over the top of it. Nicely smothering the spin there.
Nice solid defensive shot.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication. That spun a long, long way, and yet somehow it missed completely everything.
Hey, good ball. Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Bowler. Go!
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
5 runs in that over. The Lions are 8 for 112. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the northern end. Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on. They'll get at least one. It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building.
Taking a bit of a risk here with a more aggressive field.
Perfect technique and placement.
Good return there, back from the deep. The 50 comes up between this pair. It's been a strong partnership so far. A lot of people in the dressing room will be hoping it can continue. Going with a more aggressive field choice. A bit of a change-up in the field now. No surprise there to see that one called a wide. The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
Well, that was a very solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Time that perfectly.
They looked busy from the first ball they faced. 50 up in good time too. That win never looked in doubt from very early in the match. It's been a great performance and a deserved win.
That ended up being an easy win in the end, just staying ahead of the game all the way through. Goodbye from all of us in the commentary box, and see you soon.